I want to graduate college with my doctorate degree in forensic psychology.
Right now, my goals are really to focus on myself and like my healing journey and my mental health, my emotional, physical health, because I've had a lot of mental health struggles that I didn't really understand, and it's because I wasn't taking the time to really understand myself. So, just creating a safe space for me to do so is, mainly what I've been working on. But as far as my dreams go, my dreams are really to um, alchemize my pain and create music and travel the world and be able to communicate and like connect with people in different ways.
I feel like the biggest goal for myself is to just be better than the people were behind me, because that's something that my parents set for me at a real young age, just to try to be able to do anything that I want to do at any time, whenever I want to do it, and not have any restrictions and nothing holding me back.
My dream is to finish med school and become a psychiatrist and work with the Black community so we can better ourselves with like our mental health and just understand it more.
I guess my ultimate dream is to be the best me that I could possibly be, to one day have amazing children. My goals changes. I'm still trying to figure that one out, but I guess I can go right now is establishing a good mental health and strengthening my relationship with God, and I don't know, establishing myself as an individual and as a young adult.
My only goal is really just to maintain a good health throughout my entire life. I don't want to, when I get older, I still want to be able to run around and do young people stuff and not feel old. My dreams, still figuring that out. I'm in between a lot of stuff.
They see somebody who is a child, who is young and naive, who has the bare minimum of understanding of what life is and what it means to make good choices. That makes me feel belittled in a lot of ways. It makes me feel incapable of making my own decisions. It makes me feel like my destiny was set for me before I even got the chance to walk out the door. Um, it it almost makes me feel like I'm losing hope in myself in a lot of ways. I feel as if adults could just listen to us more. Uh, I feel that just supporting us by believing in us, regardless of if they 100% agree with what we decide to do or they don't, just reaching out the hand as guidance and listening and being willing to completely hear us out, because we may not have all of the words that we're looking for, but we do have an understanding of what we want for ourselves in our future.
I think the generation that like raised us and the older generations really lack an understanding of what we're really about, and they only see what's on the outside. And I think it's because they kind of fail to look at what they've done and how they've created this culture and like this generation that wants to express themselves in different ways. Um, and in my experience, I've just had a lot of adults in the like community I'm from and adults in my personal life not believe in like my generation and like people my age and myself and our dreams, and they kind of think it's like too much, or we're too sensitive, or we're not hard workers or whatever. But I think that that's actually completely wrong. It's been very discouraging. I mean, obviously, like pain, I mean, I don't want to say obviously, but pain does have a purpose and there's a reason for it. But it's really hard when the adults who are supposed to be supporting you are the ones who are tearing you down and the ones who aren't believing in you. And, those are also the people who are in power and the people who have power over you. And it can be really like daunting. It can be crushing sometimes, because it's like, is anyone ever going to take me seriously? Like, is anyone ever going to help me develop this skill, or, really help me like as a mentor like lean into my dreams, because other people have achieved them, but I do it hurts sometimes, and like not everyone is that way, but I feel like it's kind of few and far between, at least in my experience. I think the adults can like take a look at themselves and really just try and understand themselves, because they don't understand, you know, the way we express ourselves and our emotions and our dreams and our just different views. So I think it really starts within, and then once that, you know, once they want to understand us and understand themselves, and I think just being able to maybe disagree or not fully understand, but taking the time to listen and taking the time to like genuinely hear other people and like people who are younger than you, and realizing that like we're all adults, we're all like growing adults, and our perspectives like deserve to be heard, no matter how crazy you think they are, or how, you know, like I don't even know the word for it, but just how unconventional they are, or just very different from what is the norm.
Despite what they think, we do value our lives.
I feel like they see somebody that wants to make a difference, but that's lost and doesn't really know what's going on. I don't know if it's more so lost, but I feel like I could use a lot more guidance. They see me, it makes me feel a little uncomfortable, because I feel like they care enough to want to help me, but they don't. I feel like they can mostly help me and assist me by just giving me their advice. Just help for them to give me some guidance and let me know where I should be, because I'm all ears.
Most of all, we want to be loved.
I think they see a chance at a better future, but they see someone they need to hold my hand in order to get the future that they want to achieve. I feel like because the future's changing, and I feel like adults, everybody's like scared of change, so they want the future to be exactly what they want it to be, so they want to hold my hand and sculpt the future that they want to see, instead of like just letting things come as they are. I feel sad's not the word, but I guess a little disappointed that adults could hear and listen to what I'm saying, instead of just hearing what I'm saying and brushing it off.
We deserve to be respected.
Approaching not just me, but children with dreams like this, that's a little different from what's the norm in the world, just to be optimistic, and just to remember that the world changes. It's not like how it was 20 years ago, or how it was 10 years ago, or when you were growing up in school. Just remember that this change is good, and this change is something that you might not understand now, but in a few years, once that child, or just for me, for an example, starts to build off of what they started and just continue working off of what they intended on doing, and it just will become something beautiful, as long as you just continue to support and just come with an understanding and an open mind to what it is that they're doing.
Despite what they think, we do value our lives.
Some adults see somebody with a lot of potential. Others see a young and dumb kid who just likes to have fun. I can see that they care about me and they're trying to help me out. It makes me feel good to know there's somebody there. Just encourage people. Always make sure that people feel your presence and they know that there's somebody they can talk to.